Yo, and welcome everyone to the TCAT Krocs and Leafyboi Draft Aalysahs for Season 4. I'm TCAT, also known by JP, coach of the Toddington Torracats, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
I'm Croc, coach of the Crewkerne Croconaws, also known as Joe.
And I'm Leafyboi, also known as Joe, coach of the Luton Leafyans.
Your name is PK.
We all know
There's
your
no
name is
second
PK.
Joe here.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I'm PK. Hi.
So, we've got an exciting show today. We're going to be rating all of the teams. We've also got all of the team ratings that you guys have given us. Thank you so much for doing the survey. I'm pleased everyone. Well, I think we got 13 respondents in the end.
There's someone out there. Someone didn't. We
it's
hate
fine.
them.
We'll let them
Burning
off
passion.
there. Not that time. Yeah, so we've got that coming up. Just to quickly explain how the league ratings work. So each rank has been given a weighted score. So there's 13 scores up from D. So D was the lowest, S was the highest. So if you count D as a 0, D plus is a 1, and then so on, then you get scoring of S is 12, A is 9, B is 6, C is 3, and then D is 0. Okay, so that's how all the ranks are scored, and then maths happens, and then it ends up with an average for each person's team based on the votes given by you guys, and then that gives us the final rating. Just so you know, there is like a range between where a point can go from one rank to another rank. So two things can be very, very close on score, but there might be a different rank. Okay. Does that make sense?
Well, it makes sense to me. So,
excellent, cool.
That's all great to me.
It'll all work out a nice letter rank that will be
Every letter is D.
Yeah, so got a couple of interesting bits to come along with that as well, but we'll go through those as we get to them on the team. Right, are we ready to jump in with our first team then?
I think so. Without further ado, should we head on in?
Our first team is the Penistone Palpitoads.
Penistone Palpitoads.
Yes.
And yes, our pictures are making a return, as you may have been able to tell by the Mega Glalie, that is.
Glalie is fantastic.
Yeah. So should we quickly run through all the Pokemon?
Yep. Do you want to take us away?
Yep, so his Mega is going to be the Mega Glalie. His tier 1 picks are Ninetales, Alola, should be tier 2, and Mew. Back once again, it is a staple of the Palpitoads team. Tier 2, that is Darmanitan and PK's Como. Tier 3, it's Chewy Louie, the Crocodile, and Hitmontop. Then in tier 4, it's Jamie Rat. And then in tier 5, we have Beartic. I think that's Beartic, right?
That's Beartic.
Beartic. Quagsire. And
that's the Lilligant.
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 That's the Lilligant,
okay. Lilligant. Cool. It's a good job. You guys got my back on this. It could be anything.
Then I've got the names in front
I know
of me.
that someone's got a Blossom, so I was like, is that the Blossom? No. Right. Yeah, so They're
clearly different.
That is Season 3 Champ Squad. What do we reckon, guys?
Oof. Well, he's got a Mew, so he's got that going for him.
He's got the best Pokemon in Draft League, in my opinion. So
Yeah,
he's got that again.
Definitely one of the top ones. There are some issues with the team, as I can see. He's only got 2 hazard removals, but he's got 4 weaknesses to Stealth Rocks. And on top of that, every single one of his mons is grounded, and there is no poison type. So rocks and toxic spikes could be an issue for Penistone Palpitoads.
Yeah. I mean, the Hitmontop is very good at dealing with the hazards. Yeah, I think it's what, the Ninetales, the Darmanitan, and the Beartic that don't really like it, and Glalie?
Yes. Yeah, those are the 4 that are weak.
Okay. It's kind of interesting that he's got 2 sort of high priority ice type picks. So he's got the Mega Glalie and the Alolan Ninetales together.
Yeah,
so
is there
a bit of a hail
core
thing going on?
Was the Glalie really high priority? You mean for ice or just in general?
I mean, sorry, like higher power pick. So like his,
right, got you.
His power is more to do with the ice type, which people normally say is not quite where you want it, but we haven't really seen like a proper hail team going on. But we've got the bear tick down in tier 5 with the slash rush.
Rush, yeah.
That could be hype.
Great. As a tier 5, if you get that slush rush going, he is not a tier 5, I tell you that. He's a tier 3. And he will put in a lot of work. I'm looking forward to that go.
I'm a little sad to not see the Alolan Sand Slash. I know I've been talking to you guys about this before. I think it's much better than Bear Tick and more commonly used in draft.
The eye is much better.
Yeah.
More strong, more bear.
More bear.
Big bear. We love
like more
bears.
Yeah.
We bears.
Yeah. So a few things that I think is quite interesting. So the Ninetales Alola in tier 1 hasn't really got the best things to be supporting, in my opinion. Like you kind of want it to be helping like either a big setup mon or something that is going to come out and like try and sweep. So I mean, Mew's not really.
Mew and Darmanitan.
You can do it.
Darmanitan's not necessarily going to sweep. Not fast enough to get a full sweep off.
And you can't
choice scarfs and
see, he can do it. Darmanitan's obviously very strong. Crocodile's there for a big moxie if you wanted to go that route. Right.
But does Como get Sword Stance or Dragon Dance?
I'm assuming Dragon Dance and Automatize.
It does get Automatize. Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I guess Como's kind of his biggest setup threat on there.
I mean, Mew gets both Nasty Plot and Sword Stance.
Yeah, Mew can do everything.
So
Como's good for it. Like he's got things that can set up, just not what you'd traditionally be afraid of.
Yeah,
of like a Zygarde, which is obviously banned, or something like that.
Yeah. I'm liking the Crocodile pick. I think that's very hype. I'm always a fan of it, especially after Tom made it good last season. A little sad about Jamie Rat having its image changed on Ray's image. Lost the setup. Not too sure about the Quagsire. I think maybe with the high amount of setup mons on other people's teams, I think that could be quite good with the Unaware.
I think as a tier 5, it's pretty solid.
I think,
its defenses are okay. It's pretty decent bulk. It gets recover.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tanky thing that gets recover and Unaware. Can't be that bad, really.
I like
it does have that
on his squad,
though.
really, except the Lilligant. But not sure. What is the Lilligant there for? What's it going to do?
I mean,
it rounds out its Firewall
really
Grass Core, but that's it. It doesn't have any hazards or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. I don't know what it does.
Is that the Quiver Dancing one? Or is that?
I don't think it gets Quiver Dance. It does get Sword Stance, funny enough. Stun Spore. Actually, no. Sorry, I'm telling a lie. It does get Quiver Dance.
Okay, it's the Quiver Dance one.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
But I mean, its stats aren't that great. It's passable for tier 5.
Stats on everything. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, as far as cores go, he's got his Psychic is fighting in this dark, but he said he has got a Fire Water Grass, but it's not.
Yeah,
two of them
and Lilligant.
Yeah, 2 of them are in tier 5. Not really sure about that one.
Okay. Dark Fighting Psychic's kind of nice with the Como, the Crocodile and Mew.
Yeah, I think that's not
and
bad
him on
at all.
top.
Yeah, him on top.
What's his Steel type?
He does not have a Steel type.
That's the only one he doesn't have.
Doesn't have the Steel
type. Does not have a Steel type, which could, especially as he looks like he is quite vulnerable to poison, with his whole team being able to be poisoned. Having a Steel type might have been quite important here.
Okay. I'm interested to see how this team will do though with obviously it's one of the few teams that's had a lower tier mega pick, so been able to get some more points.
I don't think he used the points well.
I think there is some overall flaws.
A couple of 4x weaknesses poking about.
Yeah, we've got Ninetales Alola there with a 4x Steel weakness. We've got Quagsire with a 4x Grass weakness.
With the 4x Fairy weakness.
4x Fairy, yep.
So I think it's going to be tough for him, I would say. But he's got a collection of quite good mons. I just hope that they can gel together as well as he might hope that they can.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
what I'm
interested to
thinking.
see what he
I
pulls
like
out.
things, but
yeah. I mean, he's got Mew, so he can do literally anything.
That's the thing. He's got Mew. At the end of the day, he's got Mew.
I feel like Mew should have been above Ninetales Alola in this picture. As the prime thing. Yeah. Okay.
pictures.
So
they've started on a high note with that Mega
That
Glalie.
Mega Glalie right there.
I kind of wanted to
Bam.
put Sam further down because the reveal of the beard
No,
is too good.
You've seen the Nintendo Direct JP or like press conferences before. Start off really strong, you have an okay middle, and then you end really strong. We're starting off
really
strong. Right?
Okay. I don't know what the ending's going to be. I haven't planned
Oh.
it. Okay.
Oh, you're
So do we-
You're fine.
Do we want to give some ratings then? Shall I go first as my picture is at the top of there?
Yeah.
What do I reckon? I reckon that this team, it's got a good collection of stuff, but I'm a little worried that he's got some quite exploitable weaknesses. I'm gonna give this a B minus. B minus.
Okay.
I don't think it's quite as good as his team last season, which is.
Yeah, I think the team last season was a lot better. I think he has lost
very good.
certain things.
Yeah.
Also, other than Mew, he hasn't got great defensive. He's got Mew and Hitmon top, and everything else is kind of
Okay.
yeah. So I think overall, I'm going to give B plus. The
C
Penistone
plus.
Palpitoads. C
C
plus.
plus.
Mm.
Oh my god.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan
Started
of this
out
team.
ripping into
Yeah,
Sam's
yeah.
team. Oh my
I mean,
god.
I'm
This is to
sorry,
show
but-
that we mean no shit. As we should probably say, this isn't taking into account the trainer or any other
Yeah.
like teams in the league. This is purely
Yeah.
just this team in a vacuum. Nothing against the player.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah,
Like Sam could turn this team into the champ squad for season.
It could
4.
be a repeat. Yeah, it could be a repeat champ. Don't think
Also,
so.
there's the disclaimer that we're just three idiots who are just as
Yeah.
skilled as everyone else in this league.
I mean,
Like,
me and PK went down already. This is a colour group, yeah.
Yeah, I'm yellow. Right?
So-
And also, I know not a lot. Hence why my predictions maybe just slightly different than the other two.
Come on then, where's this A then?
See, I didn't have an A. Definitely not an A. But he's got, as I said, he's got a lot of mons I like, and I want to see someone else use combo, see how well they do. Hopefully, not better than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a lot of mons I like, but they're just not defensively synergistic. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna give it a B. Solid B. Start off.
B. Okay.
Yeah.
I can get behind a B.
We should mention he's got double Intimidator there in tier 3s. Both of them get intimidated.
Well, let's bump this up to an A.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about going up to a B minus. I'll be honest.
Okay.
As I noticed that. Yeah, I'm
if
going to
you
do
wanna,
it.
You want to do it? You doing
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm going B minus.
Whoa!
I'm going B
B
minus.
minus.
Double Intimidators swaying me.
Well, it's a good job you didn't vote in the quiz
sweet.
because your vote would be final.
Oh.
So yeah, that brings us on to our first of the league rankings. Okay, the league has been very slightly kinder than we were to him. Just to let you know, there was an S rank in there, and there was
From himself, most likely.
From Sam.
maybe from Sam, yeah. There was some high votes as well, but the majority of the league did agree that he should end up with a B rank.
Just a
Okay, so they've
flat
gone
B.
with me.
A flat B. Yep,
Oh,
regular
okay.
B.
Okay.
The weighted average of 6.46, which puts him, just above a B, close to a B plus, but just above.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Fair enough.
There you go. The league has spoken.
The league has broken.
And with that, we should move on to our second team. So we're going in draft order here, people. So our next team is the Buff Sooty Bouffalants.
The buff sooty Bouffalants.
I hope you
The
can see
Tim
that.
Allens.
The Tim
Go
Allens. The Jim Duggans.
Melon.
So,
Isn't he in jail?
Sorry?
I
have no idea.
Did I remember that? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Well,
Someone-
Ray's a very nice man who should never be in jail, so we should
That's true.
talk about that.
True.
More. Joe, do you want to go through this rather interestingly similar squad to his last season's squad?
Yeah, by all means. So we start off with Mega Venusaur. Then we go to the Tornadus T.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got a regular Slowbro. Gertrude has returned.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Florges, JP's Florges. Drapion. A Rotom Heat. A Mineshao. A Frostlass. A Drudagon. A Golem Alola. And finally a Cradley.
The Rotom picture is just
that
brilliant.
The chicken in the oven.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the Golem Alola where it's just kind of orange with a beard scribbled on.
It was a painstaking edit on my part to get that Golem Alola.
Yeah.
The work we put into this show.
Yeah.
Man, people don't understand.
Yeah.
They just don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I guess credit goes out to the guy who actually did all the drawings. No,
it's not.
what's the name of the guy?
Odan Master is his YouTube.
Shoutouts to Odin Master if you want to
Yeah.
see all of his lovely videos, which are like 10 minutes long or something.
They're
with just a
all
picture.
at least they have the same song at the back of all of them, and
Yeah.
they're all the exact length of that song, which I think is like 1 minute 41 seconds.
Oh, lovely.
And he's done one for every Pokemon, so there's 800. Actually, he hasn't done one for Zeraora, so that was an issue.
Oh, okay.
He also hasn't done Alolan forms, and he hadn't done Mega forms. So every Alolan form, alternate form, Mega form that you see, I've had to come up with myself.
So with the Mega Venusaur, did you just put a little flower on its head?
I put a flower on its head. That was my contribution to the art here. Was that little flower.
Oh
Excellent.
my god, excellent. So we've got 3 returning members of Ray Squad in the Venusaur, the Slowbro, and the Mienshao, was it?
I was gonna say he had
No.
Menshao, didn't he? But-
Yeah, the Mienshao.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Not last season, but I think it was season 1 or 2. Can't remember.
I think it must have been 2 because I just somehow remember him having a Mienshao. Could be wrong. Though.
Yep. We've also got. I'm really excited for the Drudiga pick. Like every time I'm on the draft sheet, I'm looking at it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I want it, but it's just like it's slower than all the other dragons, which is kind of why.
But
it's
it
not
hits
quite
harder than most of them.
It does hit harder.
Like-
Than them. It's got the rough skin.
Yeah, Rough Skin,
It's got
Sheer
Mold Breaker
Force,
as
and
well.
Mold Breaker. Like
Yeah, it's
3
all really
very
good.
good abilities. Well, Rough Skin less so, but
Yeah.
it gets Stealth Rocks. It's a great
Okay.
tier 4 pickup. Like I looked at it afterwards and I was like, wow, yeah. That can just smash some holes in some people pretty easily.
Yeah. for
Looking
sure.
forward to see it do just that.
Yeah, we've also got Frostlass, which normally gets drafted and then normally gets put back. But it was the other way around this time. I think he drafted something else and then put that back for Frostlass, if I remember correctly. Which I can't remember at all, but I feel like that's what happened. I like that he's got Cradley. It's normally something that he absolutely hates because it just sits there being an annoying twat that you can't get rid of. But now it's on
Surely
his
that's
team.
Ray's-
hoping that
that's
he
what Ray
that's
likes.
Ray's entire team
Yeah.
last season and this season apparently is sitting there being a dick, not
Yeah.
getting out of the way.
That is true, isn't it? Like his team, to me, it just looks like last season's squad, but slightly worse.
But with your Florges.
Yes, I think
But with
that's...
my Florges. Well, because he's had to spend an extra point to get my Florges, whereas last season I got it for tier
What do you
3,
think
whereas
about that?
Tier 2.
Do you think it was or
What? It was right to go up a tier.
Yeah.
I think I just used it like a boss, and people weren't ready. But I liked its kind of niche where it was the thing that you would get if Sylveon and Togekiss were too expensive for you, because
Now it's the same price as a Sylveon and
And a
Togekiss.
Togekiss,
Yes,
yeah.
and it doesn't have an ability, but you're getting the massive special defense stat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I can see why they moved up, but we'll see how it does. We'll see how it does.
Mhm.
If he does well with it, then Yeah, that was obviously the right thing to do.
Yeah. Shall we break into a bit of the nitty-gritty of this team then?
Yeah, go for it, go for it. You guys got the
So
stats.
he's got himself a triple regenerator core in Mineshow, Slowbro, and the Tornadus. I always got to remember, I make sure I say the right one.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got triple regenerator there. 2 of them have U-turn. Slowbro doesn't, but hey. So you can see Ray is a big fan of his regenerator. He always likes to have it.
Is this team just a mix of a Season 2 and Season 3 squad then?
I think so.
Because he's got Slowbro, who had
Yeah.
that Megad in Season 2. He's got the regenerator
oh,
core, and then he's got a lot of his stuff from Season.
But I'm wondering if he's muddled his season, because he's muddled his regenerator team and his sort of bulky core team, whether he's going to come across with a muddle of both and it's not going to be as focused, or whether it is just going to be the best of both worlds and it will be fantastic. That's what I'm interested to see.
Like, what's his most offensive mon? Is it the Drudigun down into I mean, Drapion, Mienshao?
Mienshao and the Tornadus. Pretty.
Okay.
But doesn't Tornadus rely on lower percentage moves like Hurricane and Focus Blast?
Yeah, I mean, it's normally on rain teams.
Yeah,
because that's a...
Hasn't got any rain. Any rain. He hasn't got any
rain.
He's got one water type in Slowbro.
Slowbro must get rain dance.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at it, he's not going to be using the Thunderous for that, the Tornadus rather, for that. He's going to be, I think it's just going to be a U-turny pivot-y thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the plan of his team, is stick and move and turn into walls.
Yeah.
Make sure you're always against the wall that you don't want to be against.
You think he's going to beat his turn count? High record.
The record. The record.
Yeah. Was it 143 or something? Like,
wasn't it like 100? No, I thought 149, wasn't it? Because it was one turn away from being the glorious 150 that John wanted.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because before it was, what was it? It was Heatran, Mega Venusaur, and Rotom Wash last season. Was that the core?
Yeah, so he's traded the Rotom Wash for the Rotom Heat this time.
Okay, but he's got the Slowbro in.
But yeah, the Slowbro.
I think it's.
But his Steel type is now the Golem Alola. Is that a Steel?
No,
Steel
it's not
electric.
Steel type.
Was it Rock
That's
Electric?
not Steel.
It's Rock Electric.
Electric.
Does he not have a Steel type then?
He
doesn't have a
Steel
Steel type. Again,
Ooh.
Yep.
someone that's Steel.
He also has no ground type as well.
Oh, yeah, because it's Rock.
As really, but he does have numerous electric resists there.
He's not really worried about ground either. It's only the Frostlass. Who cares about it?
And that could just be the
Frostlass.
suicide
No,
lead
no,
anyway.
No, Frost is no, he doesn't care about
It's
it.
Drapion cares.
Drapion and the tier 5s.
Yeah, Drapion. No, even
That's the-
Cradley's neutral because grass rock, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I have no idea.
But yeah, Golem Alola.
4 times.
Yeah, so that's he's only got one 4 times weakness, and that's on that Golem Alola.
Yeah.
And it's Golem Alola is a gimmicky thing. It's going to come out and click Explosion with its Galvanize and do 1 billion damage, and hope that you don't.
He's going to bring it to one game. It's going to be like his slacking last time. He's going to come to one game and it's going to kill a thing.
Yeah.
Hey man, if it does it, that's all it needs to do. Like, it doesn't need to come every game. Just have a roll.
Exactly.
It's going to be game 1 against you.
Something I did notice, so far as I can tell, I think his only priority is Fake Out on Mineshow.
Oh.
Frostlass, does it get Ice Shard? I'm going to look this up
Well, I mean, have a look. It doesn't ring a bell.
The only thing I remember Frostlass getting is...
yeah, it gets Spikes. Spikes, Perish Song, Destiny Bond.
Does get Ice Shard.
I swear it's just a suicide.
It does get Ice Shard.
Also gets Sucker Punch.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, look out for that.
80 base attack.
Physical, choice band, Frostlass, punching your dicks off.
I mean, yeah. Did you know it gets Aurora Veil?
I mean, it's an Ice
Gets
Shard.
Aurora Veil.
Hold the
Oh, great.
What?
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
The techers. You've been exposed, Ray. Your gimmick is out.
You know why he's done it? He doesn't want to lose the final to Sam again. Sam with the Alolan Ninetales. So he's bought the Aurora Veil, man.
That's thinking ahead. That's thinking ahead.
He's got a plan. He's got a plan.
Cool. Anything else you want to point out about this team?
It's pretty slow. Like,
Yeah.
he's got the Tornadus, the Mineshower, and that's kind of it as far as speed goes.
But it's so bulky that it's going to live the hits to... so I would say that people are not going to have to worry too much about outspeeding stuff. I guess the Tornadus might have Choice Scarf on it. The Florges will either be Assault Vest or Leftovers or Choice Specs, if he's anything like me. Yeah, the rest I think will probably be quite slow, except for me and Shao, obviously.
But he does have ways to set up hazards. Like, he's got 3 Stealth Rockers, he's got Spikes, he's got Toxic Spikes.
It's Ray. He wasn't going to have a team without it.
Like, he's going to whittle you down.
Can he get rid of them?
Pivot around you with just bulky things. Yeah, he's got 3. That's Florges, Rotom Heat, and Tornadus all get defog. So
no
you can get rid of them as well.
No Spinners.
No.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, no, he's got like Sam. He's got a Fire, Water, Grass, and a Psychic Dark Fighting Core, but no Fairy Dragon Steel.
Would have been nice to see because he's got the Spike setter, obviously, of the Frostlass. It would have been nice for them to have a Rapid Spinner, just so he's not defogging away his own hazards.
But does he really fear them? Like...
Well, not really, no. But I mean, yeah, I guess he's just going to set them up and then just put up with whatever gets chucked his way.
Yeah, his mons are tanky or bulky enough to sort of deal with it, or he can just regenerate around it. So
yeah.
I don't think he's worried about blowing stuff away.
Frostlass is the only one that gets hurt by rocks. I mean, Tornadus does, but we'll regenerate it back when it leaves. So
yeah.
It's not too...
So is Ray's team the happiest team? Because I mean, aside from Slowbro and the Tornadus, they're all looking pretty happy.
A pretty happy team. Bunch of happy campers there. Yeah.
look at the Venusaur.
Actually, that's a Rotom Heat, so it will take rock damage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready for some ratings?
I think so.
Okay. Does anyone have one off the top of the head first?
I do. Shall I?
Yeah, do you want to go first this time?
I think, he's got some clear strengths, but also a few weaknesses. I'm going to give him a B+.
A B+.
B+
from Joe. Okay. Yep. I think that's fair. That's fair. What about you, PK?
I agree with Joe. I'll give him a B+.
B+.
Yeah, he's for physical stuff. He's reliant on his Yen Shell, really, or I guess Drapion. But
that's
the main thing I could see about it. Like,
he doesn't have a single physical mon until you hit tier 3, and even then, it's only a Mind Shell. Like Drapion, no. I'm gonna go, oh my god, that Drapion dealing so much damage.
That's the main issue I see with it. Otherwise, I would have rated it higher.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, last season he was S rank. I think this team is kind of similar to last season, but it's not quite as good. I'm going to vote similar to you guys, but I'm actually going to give him an A-. Because I think that I mean, I do not want to fight this team at all.
No one ever wants to fight.
I don't want to fight this
team. Bulky teams.
Not you don't want to fight it, it's you don't want to waste like 2 hours.
But it's the sort of team where if you play wrong around it at all, it's just going to grind you to a halt, and you're going to lose a probably long and boring death.
Arduous battle.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think it's quite as good as last season, where his God Core of Heatran, Venusaur, and Rotom Wash. So yeah, I think it's good, but not as good. So we've got the league rating for Ray's team. Anything interesting to say about this one? A lot of people tended to agree with this one. Most people kind of voting for the same sort of things. He ended up with average of 8.54, which gives him an A rank.
An A? Wow, so, okay.
An A rank for Ray.
I don't know if we said earlier that me and Joe don't know these.
Yeah,
we don't know the community one. It's only JP.
Only me that knows these things. And I was kind of keeping track of things while they were going. It was probably interesting to say that a lot of what people have said has changed, or like the actual rank has changed quite a lot throughout. So at the start, some of them were way polarized to one way, and then they've kind of like normalized to the same sort of thing. But it's been really interesting to see what the trends of what people have been voting for. Yeah. So yeah, Ray ends up with an A from the league. Hope he's happy with that. Should we move on to our next team now?
Yep.
This is going to be the Crewkerne Croconaws.
Talking about a happy looking team. Look at these. Except for Snorlax.
Except for
Snorlax. Nonplussed. As is Avalugg. Avalug's there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's like the bigger they are, the less pleased they are about being there.
I don't think Paula-san, that's him doing a very shocked face.
I mean, I just thought it was just actual sandcastle. It's not actually a picture of a Pokemon at all.
Free Marina's decided it doesn't want to look the same way as everyone else. It's a set a trend. It's like, what's over here, guys?
Yeah. Oh, hey guys, what's going on over here? Cool. So let's just quickly run through the roster. PK, do you want to do this one?
Okay. At the Mega, we have Mega Sharpedo. We have Victini. We have Thunderous T. I got that right. We have Tier 2 Breloom. Tier 3 we have Snorlax and Primarina. Tier 4 we have Avalugg, Bronzong, Sigilif, and Tier 5 we had Togedemaru and Palisand.
Yay!
Yeah, that's your team, Joe. Do you want to take the lead?
Well, before we go into it, I just want to go because it's going to get brought up at some point. So that is obviously the Thunderous T. You can tell by the whiskers. But we did have a little bit of controversy with you and Rob switching Aru with the
There was no scandal. I don't know what you are talking about. I have no comment about these events.
So I think the people were saying that technically it was 2 swaps on one day because you swapped Dragonite for the Thunderous Incarnate, and then you swapped Thunderous Incarnate for Rob's Thunderous T. So while Rob only did 1 change, you technically did 2. So that's where people were a little bit upset.
The way I looked at it was I swapped my Dragonite with the Fool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Rob traded with me. So I did 1 movement, Rob has done 1 movement.
Mm-hmm.
Just by happenstance, 2 of my mons have changed.
Yeah.
Each player has done 1 action.
But no.
It's ended up, well...
There's 3 mon have switched in this.
PK is in the upset camp.
Yes.
I'm in the I don't care camp because they're the same Pokemon pretty much. One gets Prankster, one's more specially orientated.
Well,
otherwise, they're the same.
So
they were the same Pokemon. He would have only done 1 swap.
Well, they're the same number, aren't they? Or are they different number?
Yeah, the same number. It's just a different form. Yeah. But so I approached Rob before transfer window started, interested in his Thunderous T, and he said, "Lol, no, not for a Dragonite. Give me Victini," and I went, "Lol, no, sod off." So, and then it came to the last day of transfers, and Thunderous Eye was released. I said to Ray, "I will have that Thunderous Eye for Dragonite." I think, sort of questioning whether I was going to do it or not. And Ray said, "Well, make up your mind, because someone lower in the pick order than you is after it as well." And no more than a minute after Ray had sent this message to me, Rob went, "Did you go in for Thunderous Eye?" And I was like, I mean, yeah. You did, because I want T more than I want I.
Yeah.
And yeah, then we got Ray in and basically said, "Can we do this?" Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't seem to see any problem with it at all.
Okay.
I mean, I know it was agreed, but it's against the rules. Not enough that I'd be like, you can't do that. But it's just kind of like...
But it was the guy who made the rules said it was okay. Therefore, it's fine.
But he's not following his own rules.
If anybody else had shown any interest in either Thunderous Eye or Thunderous T throughout the whole of the draft, then I think it is a bit more suspect.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was only me and it was only Rob, we've not put anyone else out, and no one approached me about Dragonite, so it's not like I've gone, haha, I've released Dragonite at the last moment. No one ever came up to me and said, "Oh, I'm quite interested in that Dragonite. If you were to release it, maybe let me know, blah, 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 anything like that." So I understand it is shady territory, but I think the fact that it's a similar mon.
I mean,
like,
I don't agree with it.
I didn't even think
whatever,
of it as an issue. Because in my head, no one is ever going to trade like for like, because whoever's getting up on that deal trading like for like.
It's like playing Monopoly,
fine,
isn't it? It's like you don't want to give someone a Monopoly.
Yeah, and then on the other side, they're losing out, but they've also lost their transfer for the day because they've had to give this mon to the other person. In which case, either you put them back to the pool, and then the other person then has to waste the day, which is then sort of tough on them because they've especially gone to you over all other trainers and have said, "Oh, I'm really interested in this one thing," and you said, "Nah, I'm putting it back to the pool. You can fight it out with everyone else." It's like, well. Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, it doesn't matter in the long run because the result is you guys have kept your stuff and we're moving on with the league. I just thought we'd clear it up
address
for
that.
anyone who's
you thought you ambush me with that in the middle.
Ambush you in the middle of the stream.
Yeah, fantastic.
Well, it's the first time we've appeared since this sort of happened, so I thought some people would want to talk about it. Anyway, should we get into your team rating then, Joe? If you want to talk about your really shady team.
My really shady.
You win now, I'll be tainted.
Whatever. So we've got 2 cores in there. We've got a fire, water, grass, and the dark fighting psychic, which is actually the same 3 mons. My super core.
So me and JP were very impressed with this in the draft.
We were on TeamSpeak, and I drafted the Sharpedo and the Victini, and JP was like, oh, "I see what he's doing. He's gonna draft Chestnut. He's gonna draft Chestnut." And I just Breloom, the better version of Chestnut, and he was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I completely forgot that Breloom was even a thing. I was like, "It's the only grass fighting in the world."
Yeah, it's also Virizion as well, lower down.
Was that not grass flying?
No, it's grass fighting.
Oh yeah, they're all fighting, aren't they?
They're all fighting, yeah.
And they all get justified, is it?
Yeah, they all get justified.
Is it bad that my head went straight to Chestnut? Because you normally like the big, bulky, fuck off, spiky boy.
Don't get me wrong. Quilladin is one of the best mons ever made. He's great.
It looks awful.
But moving on.
Yeah.
I think I've managed to put together a pretty decent team. We've got some speed, we've got priority, we've got good walls, we've got recovery, we've got good amount of types and stuff. Yeah. There's maybe not quite as many stealth rock setters and or removers as I might have wanted, but I think we've got enough to get the job done.
Yeah.
Well, now you tell me, what are your thoughts? I mean,
PK, you want to go?
You
want to go, son? You want to fucking go?
You want to go, son? You want to start? We could do this right at your door. Yeah, looking at this team, I'm quite scared. Quite scared of this team. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Got the Snorlax, which I was looking at. I could do obviously because your power picks are top 3. The curse. Well, your top 4 mons, if you can include Breloom, are all very good, in my opinion. And you used Sharpedo before, didn't you?
Use Sharpedo and Thunderous Tea to win the season,
yeah. So
you don't know how much I was trying to get him to swap Sharpedo for Crawdon. It's like, JP, I want to get rid of Dragonite. I was like, right, what you gotta do is you gotta shuffle your whole team around, get rid of that Sharpedo, get yourself a Crawdon in tier 2.
I would have liked it, but then I looked at Crawdon and I was like, wait, isn't this doing the exact same thing that Breloom is doing? It's a slow wall breaking priority using.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not sure I need both Breloom and. Oh, it's Crunchy Biscuit then? Jesus Christ.
Go some professionalism.
Oh my god.
We're recording for ages already. I'm hungry.
Well, we did start this about 5 hours ago.
Yeah, we did our normal thing of talk about it for 2 hours, then start recording.
Yeah.
Then think about start recording, and then have a few mishaps, I started laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, the classic. The classic.
The classic.
I
But
think
But yeah, no. What is, I don't know. You don't really want to say too much, but what is Togedemaru doing for you?
what is Togedemaru doing?
Yeah,
What isn't
don't really know.
Togedemaru doing? It's
That's going to
being a
beat
steel
Zoe's
and electro type.
Salamence.
Electro type.
Electro type.
It gets Zing Zap, its own unique move, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
It gets Nuzzle, gets U-turn, gets other moves. Yeah.
Should probably say what Zing Zap does.
It's a physical hitting 80 base power
80
electric
base
move.
power, 100%
with-
accuracy.
30% chance of flinch.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah. Pretty good move.
Yeah,
Pretty good
98
That's
base
it.
attack on Togedemaru, so it's higher than Talonflame. Well, that's my metric for
It's
if something's
stronger
good.
than Talonflame.
Yeah, stronger than
Exactly.
Talonflame.
And 2
Twist
tiers
band on it.
lower.
Yeah, it gets it has good abilities as well. It gets sturdy. Sturdy is a very good ability.
Especially now with the
The berry.
change as well.
The berry.
Ah,
Bow
berry.
down to the berry.
Joe, which berry do you mean?
I think it's Chopple. Am I making?
Chopple.
Is that the right one?
Or
The
is it
one that makes you
Custap?
go. Oh, Custap. Yeah, that's the
Custap.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. I always mix up Chopple and Custap. I don't know why.
Chopple cures confusion or something, doesn't it? I'll
I
look it
don't
up.
know.
We'll settle this. Halves damage taken from super effective fighting type attack. So you
Fighting
stick that
attack.
on Tyranitar.
Because it's always
Yes,
there's
we get that one
Chopple,
for free.
Colbur is dark, and then you've got
Yeah, Colbert's dark. I know.
this
that one.
Custap. Yeah, I need to come up with a mnemonic to remember. Right. Otherwise, I'll be like, haha, time to go first.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, this move you've taken half damage from. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh god, no. Oh god, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So my opinions on this team is I think it's a little bit bonkers. Okay, you got Victini, the big nuke in tier 1. You got
Yeah.
Sharpedo, which can just crunch its way through entire teams, especially if you get the speed boost thing right, which I know coaches last season struggled with a little bit. I think. Was it
Yeah,
John?
it was definitely
It was
one
John.
match where he just mega evolved without the speed boost. And it's like,
Oh yeah, it was John one time, and then it was Dom when he used it in the off season.
Oh really?
I think
I'm not sure I
messed
saw
people
the off-season match with Dom.
Yeah. Dom had it, and it was against PK actually. He was like, "Oh well, fuck," and then he just lost.
Well, it's alright. I've had a whole season using it.
Yeah.
It's quite simple. You just send it out and click protect.
and then
that would've
decide
been
where
a
to go
fun-
from there.
If it would have been a Thunderous I, I would have been less concerned. But I've seen what you can do with Thunderous T, and do not like that at all.
Yeah, I wanted the Thunderous Eye just because, yeah, it's fast and special, and I was like, okay, that's good. And then the fact that there was a Thunderous T kicking around, I was like, oh, even more special.
yeah.
Yay, special.
Yeah, because special I think is one thing that you were kind of needing a bit with your.
Yes, yeah.
Victini can go either
Victini
way.
can go both ways, and Primarina can hit, and
That's nice.
Sigilyph once it boosts up.
Wants to boost up, yeah.
Oh,
But other than
yeah,
that,
that's-
they were...
Cliff. Oh my god.
Actually, even
That is
without
gonna
boosting up,
yeah,
it's got
cause some
103
nightmares.
special attack. Like, I could
What,
whack a
Sigilyph?
choice. Yeah, 103
Wow.
special attack. I could whack a choice specs on that, and you wouldn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Or you would, because it's real slow. But when
Yeah.
it gets there, boy, oh boy, is it gonna.
Gonna hit you with that big future sight.
That big
Like
future sight.
massive damage.
Yeah, but then obviously, I think this team's just gonna be really tricksy to deal with because obviously Breloom we've not seen since season 0 with Rob.
In
I
all my
not seen it at all.
practices,
Yeah,
in all my practices on the ladder, Breloom has been my MVP.
really.
He just seems to always go at least 2 for 1 on his own, and you're like, this guy.
Not in that one game that I played against you where you didn't have the right set on it, but her man
Oh,
sure
yeah,
took that out in one hit.
You got to try out some ad set.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I'm super
one
excited.
ability.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see Snorlax in the league and on your team. Actually, if
Yes.
anyone drafted it, I wanted it to be you. Pre
Or is it to be me?
I hope you're going to make Primarina work because I know other people have said
Well,
like they either have or haven't liked it that much.
I have already forgotten that Primarina exists 5
Oh,
separate
no.
times. When listing my team to people, I'm like, I've got another tier 3, but I don't know what it is. What is it? What? And I just can't remember. And it's always a Primarina. It's already completely forgettable to me. So I hope it's better.
Once you've used it in a couple of battles, you won't be able to forget his battle cry.
Once you find that honk. Oh, boy.
Something like that.
I grabbed it because it's a fairy type, and I was like, "Oh, do with a fairy type. Really could do with a fairy type." And it's done fine for Sam and for Dom, wasn't it? Dom had it as well.
I feel like people haven't used it properly yet. Like, I've seen what it can do.
Pray tell.
No one's done it. If you want me to say on the video, I will.
No. How about no?
In the after show, JP. Patreon's only.
If I was looking for a water fairy type, I would definitely pick that over Tapu Fini.
I did consider Tapu Fini.
Oh, sorry.
Tapu Fini did become available during the transfer period.
Yeah, we
did. I was like,
oh
yeah, that'll be perfect. I'll get rid of Primarina, get Tapu Fini, and get someone else in tier 3. That'll be great. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can't put anyone to sleep with Spore if there's Misty Terrain out.
Misty Terrain.
And I was like,
We did have this conversation.
Yeah. And does a Tapu Fini actually sound that fun? And I was like,
but you could have had a Tapu Fini.
A Tapu Fini.
Yeah. And yeah, so the rest of your team is a bunch of wally bastards.
Yeah.
Is how,
yeah, I like to have a good divide between offense and defense. I don't like to have sort of a mishmash of bulky things. I like proper walls and proper offense.
Yeah. You got Avalog back again, despite being moved up from tier 5 to tier 4. In Bronzong, it's just kind of a nice utility mon. Got some nice abilities to go with it. Gives you another
Stealth Rock Setter is something I needed there, and a good steel type.
Yes, yeah.
Pretty happy with that pick. Not actually ever used him before, so how that goes.
Yeah, I
Sand was another one on my list that I'm interested to see you do something with. Your second rock set.
Looking for walls that have either recover or soft boiled or roost or whatever. Never once did I think to look for a wall that has shore up as its recovery move. Its unique move that recovers its health.
Yeah.
And then I realised it had that, and I was like, oh, this thing's great! Because I also needed a ghost type. So I was like, it just worked out beautifully.
Okay, so it heals slightly more in Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's a regular 50% heal, like recover or soft boiled. But if Sandstorm is active, which it's a pretty meta pick.
There's
in
a couple,
league,
in
this
teams,
these
couple
teams,
of Sandstorm teams out
it
there.
restores a full. Oh, it restores 75%. So.
Okay,
not bad.
Yeah.
Nice. Right, should we get on to rating your team then?
Shall I go first or last?
You can go last.
Oh, fuck me then.
Yeah, exactly.
Off you go.
I think that this is pretty stupidly good team. So it's kind of similar to your last team. I'm going to give it an A+.
Okay.
The old A+.
Pretty happy with an A+. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with an A+.
Well, and much like with Ray, I'm agreeing with one of you as well, and I'm agreeing with JP that I've also given it an A+.
Okay.
When you introed it there, only one of us had given a thing, so I guess it was going to be mine.
That was the obvious. But, I mean, you don't have a Fairy Dragon Steel Core, but I don't think it matters. I think your team's just very good.
Yeah, I am missing the Dragon type, but I think I maybe have got into my own a little bit more, and are slightly more aware of them. But I'm still thinking this is a pretty good team, and I've given myself an A.
Yourself an A.
Yeah.
Easy A. Very
I think your team's got enough to deal with dragons. So I think
I think we're pretty flexible to be able to do what we need.
Yeah.
Looking forward to using it.
And then the league rating for your team. Now, with our ones, I think we were going to be a bit more transparent with them, just because we don't want to tell what what people rated on all the other ones, just in case people didn't want other people to know how people voted. But for our teams, we're going to do it. So, interesting thing about Joe's team is it's, first of all, one of the only teams to get rated a D. But
someone, Sam Olner.
It was also the team. It was the team to get.
Stop at me for some reason.
Team to get the most Ds. It didn't get just one. It got 2 D ratings.
Oh, Sam Olner and
Sam Gill.
John.
Maybe Sam Gill.
Or Sam Gill or John.
Oh, Crispy and John ganging up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
There's
it's
many
quite interesting.
contenders.
There's no C
You've made
ratings.
some enemies.
There's no C rating.
They've skipped straight to D.
Yeah.
As do I.
Yeah. Then you got 5 B ratings, 3 A ratings, and 3 S ratings, which gives you an average 7.15, which is a B plus.
A B plus.
So,
fair enough.
Crewkerne Croconaws, you get yourself a B plus from the league.
Yeah.
So not quite as highly rated as we have.
I was tossing between. I was tossing between A minus and an A, but your compliments brought my own rating up from an A minus to an A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, if our ratings were added to this, then you would be an A. I believe as well.
Nice.
Cool. Right, should we move on to our 4th team? You know, we're only like an hour in. We've covered 4.
Yeah.
So.
Jesus. All right.
Right. Our next team is the Sheffield Shedinjas.
Yes.
We'll quickly run through the squad. So our Mega is going to be Mega Aggron. Tier 1, we've got the Excadrill and the regular Tyranitar. In Tier 2, it's the set of keys, Klefki. In Tier 3, it's Gastrodon and Mantine. Tier 4, it's Moltres. And Tier 5, we've got the bug that evolves from Charjabug. Vikavolt, there we go. Vikavolt, Barbaracle. Barbaracle. And the Stoutland. Okay. Been held hostage. Yeah. There you go. So that is a Sandstorm team, right?
That is definitely a Sandstorm team,
that
right
is a
there.
Sandstorm team.
Took that Mega Aggron, which I know someone else at least wanted.
Yeah.
Well, you say it's a Sandstorm. What it actually is the Tyranitar and an Excadrill, the mother mons.
Oh, it's got the Gastrodon and the Barbaracle.
Yeah, and Stoutland
okay,
gets
sure they're not
sand
damaged.
thing, I
Okay,
think.
okay, yeah, Stoutland, you could include in that.
Yeah.
But not many of them are actually getting. Sure, they're not being damaged by the sandstorm, but it's not like you've got sand rushes and sand forces coming out of everywhere. It's
what ability does Gastrodon have?
Gastrodon,
yeah.
Gets.
Oh, it does get Sand Force.
Rain Drain, isn't it?
Get Sand Force, guys.
Is Sand Force both special and physical, or is it only physical backup?
It's rock, ground, and steel attacks do 1.3 times damage.
Okay.
So it's either special or physical, just as long as they're ground, rock, or steel.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
What I do like about his team, I mean, I hate his team, but what I do like about his team is that he's drafted another weather setter in Mantine to be like, oh, you're going to change the weather, we're going to fucking change it as well. So he can change it to something else. And then the rain is good for the Gastrodon, and I think also Barbaracle.
Barbaracle's Sniper.
It's rock water type though, so it would get boosted.
Yeah.
I guess
Razor Shell.
Looks like liquidation. I think it's his main thing. Yeah. Oh, and
He's got
Razor
3
Shell,
water types. There.
Razor Shell. Yeah, Razor Shell Sniper is it.
Okay.
I haven't looked at it. I keep going, I can make this work. I can.
And
it doesn't quite work.
The Moltres, I think, is quite interesting because
every
Moltres that I've seen in Draft League has been Zed Sunny Day. So it sets up the sun, and it gives it a speed boost, and then all of its fire attacks or fire blast, whatever, kill everything in one hit.
Yeah,
that is the outlier here. Like And even
It is, isn't it?
on the pictures,
It
like
is.
everything's kind of like neutral palette and there's boom, Moltres.
Just, I'm on
Yeah,
fire.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure why it's there. I'm sure he has a plan for it, but to me, I'm just like, yeah, one of these things is not like the others. Right? Just
Yeah.
a
I guess.
Moltres there.
He wanted a fire type for his non-existent fire water
In
grass
case
core.
they
He doesn't have a grass type.
Well,
No
he has
grass
it with Moltres.
He doesn't have a grass type.
Wait.
There's no grass type.
He has Celebi.
Celebi's not on the pictures.
Joe!
Oh
no!
no! I was thinking that because
Oh.
I've got him written on my notes. He's got a fire, water, grass. And I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a grass type. I must have been wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Okay. Talk
Missing a
amongst
Celebi.
yourselves.
Yeah.
I'll rectify this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've got it here, and I'm literally looking at Celebi. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that's my bad. My bad.
Happens.
Okay, so guys, there's a Celebi on this team as well. Which,
Wow! Now its team's great. So something we do have to mention with the addition of Celebi, that brings him up to a grand total of 6 4x weaknesses.
Oof.
6 different mons that have 4x weaknesses. So it's,
He's going all or nothing.
Yeah, he's got the 4x bug weakness on Celebi. He's got a 4x fighting weakness on Tyranitar. 4x electric weakness on Mantine. 4x grass weakness. He's got twice on Gastrodon and
Gastrodon.
Barbaracle.
Yeah.
And then he's got a 4x rock weakness on the Moltres. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
That's
a
going to
lot.
be tricky to play around with.
especially because people don't really want to have more than 1, maybe 2, 4 times.
Yeah, I mean,
Six.
there is another merit of going, yeah, I've got so many, you can only bring 1 hidden power. Choose your hidden power and roll the dice and see which mons turn up.
Or just if your mons have a lot of coverage moves, I think they're good.
Yeah. Is
Maybe he thinks they're going to take so many coverage moves they won't have the right ones to get his main stuff. You're too busy worried about these 4 times weaknesses, and then extra's going to come fuck you up.
yeah. I think it's gonna be an added difficulty to play with to have that many 4x weakness.
Yeah.
But...
The thing that I do like though is he's got a lot of so he's got the Excadrill, which obviously is immune to the ground, which sorry, immune to the electric.
It's not,
which obviously,
it's not immune to
which
ground,
the
believe me.
Mantine is 4 times weak to. The Klefki quad resist. No, sorry, no, it doesn't quite. But I think it's neutral against the fighting, which is super.
Quad
effective
resists
against
the bug, right?
Oh, so it doesn't
What is it?
Celebi
It's steel
quad resist
fairy, isn't
the Celebi quad resists the fighting, which the Tyranitar is quad weak to, and Aggron I think is also quad weak to fighting, right? Or no, was it ground?
Aggron.
Before it Mega Evolves.
Aggron would be quad weak to ground and fighting. So,
Yeah.
which I haven't
Is it
actually
just
added into his
steel when it
numbers.
mega evolves?
It's just steel when it mega evolves. So I hadn't actually factored that in. So if you count that, he actually has 7, maybe 8 4x weaknesses on his team.
Oh my god. Okay.
So
This is a difficult team to play, isn't
it's
it?
going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. But if
I'm
he
interested
can,
to see how it goes.
if he can dodge the 4x weaknesses, he's got good bulk, good walls. He can hop around. Then it's going to be fine. It's just one wrong guess,
Yeah.
and he just loses a mon, and that's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky. A lot of mind games.
Now that I know that Celebi is on his team, I'm actually very interested to see how it does because we've not seen Celebi since I think season 0.
I like
Yeah.
Celebi personally. I want to
I-
see him use it well.
I like it, but I just think, oh no, something's gonna U-turn me, and then I'll die. And that
Yeah,
just
bug
feels
berry,
bad.
it's fine.
Bug resist berry.
Was it?
Got to be one somewhere.
Might not have even been bought at all. I don't remember. Yeah, but this is going to be a difficult team to get going. But if anyone can do it, I think it'll be Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that he always seems to go for themed teams. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
he always has a plan, and I like Ed's teams every year.
I mean, it goes without saying, he's got
or every
a
even
ton of stealth rock setters.
He
Damn
has
near
5.
every single mod he's got has access to stealth rocks.
Yeah.
8 out of 11. I was like, bloody hell.
Yeah, and that Mega Aggron is going to be very difficult to kill. Well, actually, it loses the rock type, doesn't it, when it Mega Evolves?
Yep, loses
Yeah,
the rock
just
type.
So
It doesn't get the special defense boost in Sandstorm, but it is immune to the Sandstorm damage.
Okay, gotcha.
But it also gets filter, so...
Still got a big defense stat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The combo of Clef Key with Aggron is upsetting, though, because dual screens Aggron is horrifying to deal with. Just so powerful and so hard to kill.
Set up spikes if he wants to, spikes and rocks, and then Sandstorm for just chip even down even more.
I feel this team relies so heavily on Excadrill to get anything actually done. Without,
can do it. Did it
without
for me last
Excadrill,
season, so.
it loses a lot of. This team loses a ton of power.
Yeah.
Excadrill is the answer to everything in this team. Without it,
the answer to everything.
Like T-Tar Excadrill is this team, and then it's 4 other mons that might work well with T-Tar and Excadrill. So
give it an unlimited supply of balloons. All it needs.
Recycle balloon, go!
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of our most synergistic team so far, but I also think that with great synergy comes great weaknesses.
With great monotype comes great.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see how we can play it. Should we get onto rating it then?
Yeah. I'll jump straight in.
Okay.
I've given this a B-.
A B-.
Yep. I think there are clear weaknesses here. But there are a bunch of strengths. I think it's going to be a tricky team to play, but it does tick a lot of boxes and does have that synergy.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a B. Just a normal B rank. I don't think it's going to do anything super special, but I also think that it's not going to flop at all. It should perform pretty okay, but I don't think it's nowhere near as good as his last season team. I don't know. Which I gave a B-, I think. But yeah, no, the synergy is good. The weaknesses are not so good.
I've given this team a B+. I am excited for this. Not in the same way.
Can
I'm
you
not
say that
afraid
again?
of it.
You cut
I'm
out
just
a little bit.
excited by it. Oh really? Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said I've given it a B+. I'm excited for this team and not fearful, but excited. And I think he's gonna make it work. Not that was taken into account with the B+. I think it can. I think it's gonna put it work. It's at least as good as Ray's team, which I gave to you.
Okay, that's fair. So
interesting.
So you're a B+, yeah.
I am a B+. Yeah.
Do we think this team would have been stronger if Mega T-Tar and or Heppadown, which are on Chris Patella's team, if they had come across? Maybe he was sniped a bit in the draft, or was it just things you don't think he was after?
Well, because Heppadown's what, tier 2, is it?
Heppadown's tier 2, yeah.
So yeah, it was either that for Celebi or Clefkey. I was like, I don't know.
But you got to remember he got an extra point for getting Mega Aggron, and Mega Aggron was the better choice out of than Steelix.
Yeah, so I think
Mega Tita.
So maybe it's just a Heppadown. Because he only has one Sandstream here. That's the other thing to remember. You've got T-Tar and that's it. He hasn't got a Gigalith. He hasn't got the Heppadown.
Yeah, I think the focus on this team for Sandstorm is going to be the Excadrill and the Trouttar rather than the Mega. So the league rating for Ed's team rated quite highly. A lot of people tended to agree that it was a good team. In fact, right up until sort of not quite the rating, but like on the last couple of days, people had only voted between two things, and there was only one person that was like, "Yo, I'm going to give this an S rank." But the league is pretty unanimous in saying that it is going to be an A-.
A-?
8.08 is its average.
Okay.
A-. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
But 7 4x weaknesses, guys. 7 of them.
I think people looked at it and be like, yeah, but it's Ed, right? You'll be fine. It's the team we're rating, not the coach.
We're rating the team, not the coach.
Yeah.
And the teams are rated in a vacuum, not compared to other teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like if there were any pros watching us rate these teams, we'd be like, we've just said 7 4x weaknesses. We'd be like, yeah, it's pretty B, isn't it? Yeah. Like, no, it's fucking D. But no one ran anywhere near the C's or the D's with them. So, yeah. Cool.
Oh, should we move on to our next team?
Our next team is going to be the Chubbyam Toon Charmeleons.
Buttercup.
It's so small.
Buttercup.
Barely see it. Yeah. Joe, you wanna
run through the mons, sure. So we've got Mega Gyarados, we have Tapu Koko, a Lati Os. Yeah.
Yeah. So Joe's mic actually cuts out here, but it's Tangrowth and Raichu Alola.
Porygon 2, Toxibloke, a Durant, an Aurorus. What the hell's that thing called?
Calissapod.
I remember it called Akinfenwa more than I remember its actual name at this point. Yeah.
Akinfenwa.
Those are 2 really good names. Akinfenwa and Droidica. Like, those are way better names.
Yeah. Aliska. And then, Claydol at the end.
The legendary Claydol, snapped up by Chris as soon as Ray brought it to light. It was like, I will all caps take that Claydol.
PK, what do you think of this team then?
I like this team because he's got a Tapu Koko.
Moving on.
Moving on, yeah.
He's got a Tapu Koko.
He's in love with the Coco.
Oh, God. He's the first person that we've gone through so far that actually has a Fairy Dragon Steel Core. And he's got them on good mons.
Really?
He's got
Is that actually true? He's the first one?
Yeah, because, Sam doesn't have it, Ray doesn't have it, neither does Joe or Ed.
That's really funny.
Wow, yeah. Because I think quite a lot of people have that core, but it just happens we haven't got it yet.
The first 4. So yeah, he's got the Durant. Fuck yeah, they're putting work for me in the off season, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy about that. He's got Latios, Tapu Koko to do well. He's got his what's that thing? Tangrowth. That's what it is. I was looking
just
at
a little scribble.
Like, yeah. Like, what? Maybe I should just look at the names instead.
It's a child's drawing.
What are you saying about this wonderful artwork?
This is actually life.
I don't know what it is.
True to life.
Simply lost for words at its beauty, right? That's what you mean.
Yeah, my mind is blown. No, I think he's got some good mons here that can put in work. Like the Porygon 2, he's gonna do well with, I hope. Porygon 2 is the tanky one.
Wait, it's only tanky because it holds Evian.
Yeah. So
it is knockoff bait, but it's super.
That's the one thing I can sort of think about this is there's not a lot of bulky mon.
Yeah, other than Tangrowth, he is really lacking wolves. Yeah, I mean, like, Mega Gyarados has decent bulk. Porygon 2 has decent bulk.
Porygon 2 is very, very difficult to kill.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Durant's also kind of tanky, isn't it?
Who?
Durant.
No,
it's
fast. No. It's fast and powerful.
Oh, it's got like no special defense and kind of low
special
HP.
Defense and a 4x weakness to fire.
Yeah.
But it's got good typing, so it's only weak to fire.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely.
Speaking of 4x weaknesses, this team has 5 4x weaknesses.
Oh really?
The second most in the league after Ed's.
Serious?
Are you counting Gyarados?
That is Gyarados is the 5th before he Mega Evolved. Yeah. Because you have Toxicroak, Psychic 4x weak. Gyarados 4x electric weak. Durant is fire. Then you've got Aurorus is counted twice because it's got 2 4x weak.
JP, you're gonna be the person who has to talk about that Aurorus because the past couple of seasons I have no idea what it is. I see it on the list. I've never seen that Pokemon before in my life.
I've brought it up a few times to PK. It's like, what the fuck is an Aurorus?
Yeah.
So Aurorus, as you can see from the picture, it's a lovely little dinosaur. It's got 4 legs, big old eyebrows, and a piercing stare that will haunt you in your dreams. No, it's a nice rock type. It's
a bad rock type. It's not a nice rock type. It's a
nice rock type. It's got pretty good special attack for a rock type. It gets a refrigerate, which means that all of your normal type moves become ice type and gets a 1.3 times buff.
Stab explosion.
Yep.
Better get explosion.
I think it's
Hyper
1.3
beam.
or 1.2.
Stab hyper beam.
So that is its main gimmick. Okay, you stick hyper beam on it and it'll kill a thing. Usually a Mega Venusaur belonging to Ray. But yeah, that's kind of what it does. Apart from that, it gets snow warning, so it can set up hail.
Does not get Aurora Veil.
Doesn't get Aurora Veil because it's an Aurorus. It makes me so mad. Game Freak, please. I need it. As soon as that gets Aurora Veil, it's on my team. First pick. Like, I don't care if it's tier 4 or tier 5. I'll draft it.
Get yourself a tier 1 9
struggled to spell its name the most. Yeah, really struck. So many times. I was like, oh, it's like roar, and it was like Aurora Boreal.
Aurora Boreal. Located entirely on Chris Munden's team. He can't get away from the Simpson team, can he?
Can't.
Always something. Oh dear. I mean,
maybe that's why he drafted it. It's entirely for that. He was like, yes.
We've given him a nickname already. He doesn't have to think of one.
Well, it's got Aurora Beam, so that works. For me, this team... I'm actually kind of sad to learn that it's got 74 times weaknesses, because I thought that this was one of the best teams in the league.
Just looking at it, yeah.
Mega Gyarados, Tapu Koko, and Latios for your tier 1s. I mean, it's insane, right? He's got the Tapu Koko Raichu Alola combo. He's got the bulkiest Eviolite user in the game in Porygon 2.
Chansey, oh my god.
Yeah, but you can still hit that with a fighting move and it'll die in 1 or 2 hits. The Tango's pretty bulky, but the Durant is what got me a little excited.
They're the same type.
What? What same type, sorry?
You say the Porygon would die into a couple of fighting moves.
Yeah.
But
the same.
Yeah, but it's got way higher defense stat than...
Oh, does it?
Yeah, like, if I just look that up quickly, Porygon 2, it's got base 90, so with an Eviolite that goes to... wait, is Eviolite double?
It's 1.5.
It's 135, should be.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Which is, actually pretty ridiculous.
Compared to Chansey's 10.
It's more than that. Is it actually 10?
Chansey it's base 5, so it's actually 7.5 with Eviolite.
Oh, alright.
Why do people bother running? Oh, Blissey's just so much better. I don't know.
Blissey.
For some reason, I just had it. Both stats were just off the brute. I mean, I just have in my mind that both their defense and special defense are just like 400. Like, apparently not.
So like Blissey's special defense is 135, whereas Chansey with Eviolite, so you're at 105, so 1.5 times that. Quick maths, Joe.
Sorry, I was double checking that it's definitely 5.
157.5.
There you go, 157.5. So you're getting an extra like 20 base special defense from it, but I think you just want Blissey, right? More HP, so and more defense, so it's just more defense, right?
And you can have whatever item you want on it, rather than.
Did Eviolite get
went up into tier 1?
I swear Eviolite used to be 2
I think it must have done from like Gen 4 or something.
I don't know. I remember it always being 1.5, but
no, I don't know. Yeah. So the Porygon 2 for me is a super scary pick, but I'm super excited about the Durant pick after seeing how PK used it in the off season.
Yes.
I always knew that it was a little bastard, but I'd forgotten why, and now I've seen it. So yeah, I think with all of his stuff, like Mega down to tier 4. He's got a pretty solid team, and then Golisopod in tier 5, so he's pretty strong. Aurorus is going to come out and kill one thing, and that's what it needs to do. I don't know about Claydol, but he really
It's
wanted
a rapid
it, so...
spinning thing.
Yeah, it sets Stealth Rocks and it gets Rapid Spin, and...
It's a levitating electric immunity as well. No? That's not bad for a tier.
Yeah.
It does a thing.
Those 4 things. Yeah.
As me and Ray said in the draft stream, we've been to that point where it's like, that Claydol's looking, you know...
Pretty
That
tasty.
It can set things.
Claydol.
It can set and it can spin, I guess. We've been to that well.
Does anyone have anything else they want to say about this team, or should we get on to the rating?
Let's get on to it.
No, it has got mixed defences. Quite nice. It's, you know,
Yeah.
good
It's
mix
not
of
polarised
physical
one
and
way or the
special.
other.
Yeah. It's going to be tricky to build against.
Offensively, it's a little bit more. Actually, no, it's a Tapu Koko feels good, isn't it? So it's kind of even.
Yikam and Tapu both.
Yeah.
I think
Pretty
this
even.
is. Tell you what, this is the most balanced team we've had so far, minus the 4 times weaknesses. Like in terms of like the low tiers have all got jobs that they can fulfill pretty nicely. I wouldn't say that they're terrible Pokemon. The tier 1s are stellar, and the tier 3s, you know, they do the job that they need to do.
They
with
work.
the rest of his team. So yeah, I think that this is still a stupid good team. Yeah, it's just the 4-time weaknesses that takes it down for me.
So what are you rating it then, JP?
I was gonna give it an S, but I'm gonna give it an A+.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think it's probably one of the best, if not, is one of the best in the team. in the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A+.
Okay. PK.
I'm giving it an A-. I've been slightly harsher than JP towards it, but
Okay.
yeah, I think it's really good, but you can blast through its defenses for the most part.
Yeah.
Let's hope you don't die first.
Yeah, I've actually been even more harsh, and I've gone for a B+.
Oh.
I think it's without Tangrowth, there is not much defensive presence. Maybe Porygon 2 as well. Beyond that, I think you can just storm through his team, which could be an issue. He is lacking walls.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's got enough offense that he can probably make up for it. So
Yeah.
quick matches, I think.
Matches, yeah. Okay. Well, the league ranking. Again, this was another one which was very close between 2 things. It was hovering between the plus and the non-plus version of it. But it was very highly rated. It wasn't again until the end. It wasn't until someone chimed in with a different rating. It was just between 2 different ranks. But in the end, it scored a 9.46, which is an A.
An A.
A
Okay.
league ranking of an A, yes. Yeah, but it's definitely one of the higher scores out there. So yeah, well done,
Okay.
Chris. You've drafted an A
Yeah.
rank team, despite what we say.
And what do we know? I don't know anything, so
It's all a bit of fun.
All a bit of fun. Yeah.
I'm just the face.
Where's your rotating at? It's on his team. Cool.
Yeah. Oh.
And with that, let's move on to the Worcester Wartortles.
The
What?
Warty Torts.
My
yes.
favourite of the silly names. Look at that lovely squad that John has assembled there.
I got to say, I had to do some work on this. There's a lot of alternate forms of megas.
Those tier 5s. Ooh, boy.
Oh boy.
Yep. There are some ones. Whose turn is it to go through? I forgot. Is it PK?
PK? I think it's a PK.
it's your
turn.
go.
Probably me.
Yeah, go.
Right, for the
Sweet.
Mega, we have something I've used poorly in the past. Mega Diancie. Tier 1, we have Kieran Black.
A nice
Tier 2,
opener
we
there.
have Tier 2, we have Ferrothorn and the newly Tier 2 Starmie. Tier 3, we have Marowak Alola, Nidoqueen. That's what that is. And,
Yeah, it looks like a
yeah.
Feraligatr, but yeah.
I had this
carry
problem
on.
Yeah, I
last,
was like,
last
"What?"
Aalysahs. Yeah.
And Silverly. Tier 4, we have Electros and Scrafty. And Tier 5,
What's that Pokemon? Who's that Pokemon?
That's an Executor Alola, JP. And a Bruxish, which is just as top quality.
It's not a Pokemon. Look at it. It doesn't look anything like a Pokemon. It looks like a fish on drugs.
What it is. Don't eat drugs.
I mean, that is an unattractive squad right there.
Yes,
from a very
is.
attractive man.
He doesn't want to draw attention away from his own looks, so he's making sure that they always avert their gaze from his team.
Straight to him.
Yeah.
It's a knuckly bastard team. It really is.
Yeah. Where to start with this team, really? It's got... I think it's gotten a lot better since he's done the changes on it.
The transfers,
Yeah.
He had a
Since
clear
he's
plan.
Specifically
every
switching
single
his
day.
Mega.
Yeah. What Mega did he have before?
Sableye, I want to say.
Sableye, Mega
Sableye.
Sableye.
Mega Saber for Mega Diancie. Like, it's still got Magic Bounce, so he's retained the Magic Bounce, but he's just got, in my opinion, a much better Mon.
Yeah.
Particularly for his team, I think he's got enough bulk elsewhere with the.
He
the
needed the
Ferrothorn.
speed. He needed the speed. That's what's really going to help here.
I was gonna say that, like, he needed more bulk. Like, Ferrothorn is his tankiest thing. He hasn't really got any other specific walls.
This is what I've got down here. He's only really got one wall, and that is the Ferrothorn. On top of that, he's got 4 times weaknesses kicking about.
Is this the third highest? Or?
Yeah, I think it is the third highest number of 4 times weaknesses. So you got the 4 times steel weakness on Mega Diancie. You've got the 4 times fire weakness on
Ferrothorn.
Yeah, Thorny Boy.
Yep.
You have a 4 times ice weakness on Executor Alola.
Dragon Grass. Yeah.
And you have a 4 times fairy weakness on Scrafty. It's fighting dark.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
See.
Saying that, he has managed to hit all 3 cores. So he's got Fire, Water, Grass, the Fairy, Dragon Steel, and the Fighting Psychic Dark. He's taken advantage of mons that have been demoted in order to get maybe good value
pick.
picks.
I was quite pleased that he picked up Starmie, actually. I thought that was
And
quite a
the
nice
Alolan,
the Alolan
Marowak.
Marowak.
They both went down. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, tier 3, that seems very, like, you're getting a very strong Pokemon for that. It used to be tier 1, didn't it?
Isn't it just because it's so slow?
It is slow, yeah.
Isn't...
It's kind of Darminitan. But now it's a tier below Darminitan. Actually.
A unique typing of... So not unique, sorry, it's a very rare typing.
Chandelure.
Yeah, very unique.
Me.
Unique.
Thank
I mean,
you
not so
very
rare.
There we go.
And Litwick. And whatever that middle evolution was called. Anyone know? I can't remember.
I didn't even know that Litwick was a thing. I've only just used Chandelure.
It's one of Dom's favourite mons.
I know Chandelure, I know Litwick, but I know Lampent. Lampent.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
one.
If you say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a Pokemon that exists.
That is a mon. Yeah.
Poor middle evolution.
Kyurem Black.
Quilladin.
He's got the Kyurem Black. Someone
He
always
does.
gets it. He's got it.
I know I'm foolish. I'm never really scared of Kyurem Black.
You.
I just.
Boo.
I'm a
You
very
will
foolish
be.
person, but it's just kind of whatever.
With the new Icium Z sets that are most popular at the moment, it is nasty. It is a nasty thing to try and deal with.
Okay. That is a killer Fairy Dragon Steel Core, though. Ferrothorn, Kyurem Black, and Mega Diancie.
That's powerful.
Can't really ask for too much better than that, really.
Yeah,
Right.
it's nice and defensive until you Mega Evolve the Diancie.
Yeah.
But
What does Kyurem Black have a 4 times weakness?
no, I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
well,
Has a lot of 2 times weakness, but
yeah.
no,
I was gonna say,
no.
Ferrothorn and Diancie do have 4 times weaknesses, so can get
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
They're not particularly.
And while you don't really want to be tanking stuff with Kyurem Black, like, it's got good enough bulk, 125 base HP, 100 base defense, 90 base special defense.
I was looking at it
170 base attack.
purely I was looking at it purely as a tank, and then I was like, if I'm drafting it purely as a tank, I'm probably not doing this, right?
Yeah.
I moved elsewhere.
Hey!
with my draft.
Just like what I did with dancing.
Yeah.
Yes, I think this squad is super interesting. Obviously, Silverly can be any type, so any type deficiency he's got for any particular matchups, you can make up for that with Silverly. But then you are obviously sacrificing the item that you could normally have on normal Steve to get like a choice band or whatever.
Yeah, he has. He does have flexible attackers, so a lot of things can attack. Both Diancie and Crewkerne can be physical and special.
Yeah,
that's sort of. And Nidoking and Silverly, and I think Electros is even in both as well. So
I'm not sure, but
I'm not sure.
is interesting.
I haven't looked at
levitating.
Well, it's because it's an electric type that has no weakness.
Yeah.
It's got levitate. So.
Unless you've got a mold breaking Haxorus.
Oh. Or you use toss, fling an iron ball at it. Yeah, and then
now we're talking.
Switch. No,
now you're thinking with iron balls.
Right. Or you could just use gravity.
Oh yeah, gravity. That's
and what were we saying about the other day? The Ferrothorn is now, what is it, the third most used Pokemon?
It's the third most used Pokemon in OU. It has a 24% appearance rate.
Do you know who has 2 out of the 3 checks against it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's I would argue it's probably the only tier 2 that could still go up to a tier 1, but because it does have that 4 times weakness as a wall, you can sort of see it coming and you can prepare for it. Which is maybe why it's okay in tier 2.
For draft, I think it's fine in tier 2. But I mean, it's going to be very important to him because it makes up his Fairy Dragon Steel and his Fire Water Grass core with the Starmie and the Marowak, which is again a pretty bonkers core.
Well, he's got the grass type in the Executor as well. That's
true.
He needs it.
Yeah,
but
he's got the
or Silverly, grass type Silverly.
Yeah,
I was going to say technically yes, Silverly can be.
Oh yeah. I'm just going to have a quick look at what the hell is a Bruxish.
Oh, it's got sick
disgusting.
abilities.
That's what it is.
Sick abilities.
Okay.
Gets is it Wonder Skin, which makes all non-damaging moves that target it have their accuracy drop to 50%.
Oh.
Which is pretty. It also gets Strong Jaw and
Dazzling.
Is it Dazzling?
Yeah.
Allies, it's a team.
Hey man, I remember 2 out of 3 abilities for a Bruxish. Give me a pat on the back there.
I don't even want to look at this thing. It's absolutely disgusting.
You want to look at its shiny form? That's something special.
Does it go like
is it even
black
worse?
or something?
No.
Oh, is it baby blue?
No.
Oh, alright. I dare to think.
It looks kind of like some sort of Japanese sushi plate.
You like have to flash up the big shiny sprite on the screen. I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's got a pretty good attack stat, pretty okay speed stat, so not useless.
It's Psychic Water, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. That shiny form is even worse. My God.
I'm gonna have to look on my phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it away from me. It's disturbing.
Yeah.
Can we move away from the Bruxish?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think unless there's anything else we need to point out about John's team from the spreadsheets, I'm not sure if there's anything else we have to cover. Can he remove hazards other than?
He's only got 2 hazard removers.
Silverly and Starmie.
Yeah, Silverly and Starmie. So he's not good, but I don't know how much he really
Magic
cares.
Bounce though.
Yeah, he's got Magic Bounce, and I'm not sure. I mean, he's got Marowak will care about rocks, and Crewkerne will care about rocks.
Yeah. Okay. Should we give some ratings?
Oh wow, that's shiny. The shinies. That's actually. I think I prefer that.
Of course you would.
No, it looks kind of like a Kabuki mask.
I see
that's what I was going for.
But it's disturbing.
It looks like it should be in Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for the
looks
N64.
like a
clown,
it looks like
and
I don't like
that.
it.
Don't get me wrong, I don't like either of them, but that one at least I'm like, oh, it looks like some sort of Kabuki mask or something.
Yeah, Okay.
Looks like a nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Ratings then for this Nightmare Fuel theme.
Go for it.
I am not as scared of this as I should be, and I know it.
I think that was my initial response as well.
I just look at it. I'm just kind of like, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna call you an idiot.
Yeah, probably. It's like I know I should rate it at least an A, but in my notes I do have B+/A-. So yeah, I know I'm probably not seeing something that I should, so I'll give it an A-.
An A-.
I agree with you, and I also am going to give it an A-.
A- from Jack.
It is strong, but there are some issues on the team. It's not a perfect team by any means.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll get to one later.
Will we? Oh, yours. I'm not sure about that, buddy.
I kind of rate this one the same as I rate Chris Munden's. At first, I was like, it's pretty. Don't really care for this team, but that was before he changed up his squad and he got himself a Starmie and a Mega Diancie, which I think has made it infinitely better. I'm going to give him an A+. Yeah. I think it's a
big
solid team.
Big guns.
Big guns.
Coming out.
Which brings us on to the league ratings for the Worcester Wartortles. And this one is kind of similar to the Chippenham Town Charmeleons in that it was one of the ones where people agreed the most on what it should be. I'll tell you the league rank, and then I'll say how many votes it got. So it got itself an A rank. Goes to the Worcester Wartortles. Weighted average of 8.54, but it had 9 votes for A rank. 9.
9 out of the 13.
Yeah, 9 out of 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was only a couple either side of it, but yeah, it was. People were like, "Yeah, that's an A rank team. That's an A rank team." People agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
hope you're happy with that, John. A
one.
lot of A's there. A lot of A's coming out.
A lot of A's.
Which brings us on to our next team. It's the team we love to hate. It's the Ealing Elekids. Or the Ealing Elekids.
Oh, C+, moving on, right?
Okay, moving on to the next one. I was going to click onto the next thing, but I thought no. Should have done.
Oh.
Is it me? I think it's me.
Yeah, you want to start?
You
Hey,
can start.
right. So we have a Swablu in some clouds. There's the Mega Altaria. This is Mega. Then we have Jirachi in Tier 1. Tier 2, he's got back his Hippie Gunk, the Muckalola. Snagged himself a nice Tier 2 Mega Inferno, but I mean Inferno. Tier 3, he's got Yang, the Jolteon. He's got Donald Trunk, the Donphan. Don't like Donphan. He's stolen Dom's, what's it called? Bird Owl thing?
Arno.
Decidueye,
that's the one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the
You
one.
want its actual name?
Yeah, no, I was
Not
looking.
its
I was
slave
like,
name.
I was like, it's Robin Hood, right? What? But bird. Then he's got Use Helix, the Omastar. He has got
Bird Robin.
Araquanid, which is very good in Tier 4, in my opinion. Then I'm not quite sure about this one. This is probably my least favourite pick in the entire league. The Blossom in Tier 5. And then the Articuno.
Accidentally closed Facebook, so I've got to get these pictures up.
Yes. Yeah. Articuno. Yeah, I'm fine with that. But Blossom, guys, tell me about Blossom.
I mean, aromatherapy.
It's cute.
Okay.
That's about what I got.
It's a Powerpuff Girl, right?
Yeah.
He gets aromatherapy, a chlorophyll, but it doesn't have any sun stuff
chlorophyll.
going on.
Gets strength zap.
Does it? I thought that was
Yeah.
unique to Shinotic.
No, because Victory Bell does it as well.
Whoa.
It's newly.
User heals
No way.
HP equal to target's attack stat.
And
yeah,
then
it gets
it
Quiver
lowers
Dance
their
as
attack
well.
stat, doesn't it?
And it lowers their attack.
So
by
it basically
one.
steals the stat from them.
Yeah, so you heal a bunch and then make them weaker.
95 base defense, 75 base HP. I can see it getting one of those off.
It gets Quiver Dance, so you can,
okay.
set up
Yeah.
if it wants to.
it's one of those mons that you'll probably never see, but when you do see it, you'll be like, shit, what's he going to do?
Yeah, just like, is this going to click aromatherapy or is it going to click quiver dance? Let's find out.
Okay.
Let's just hit it with fire.
I guess wrong.
Well, now I know that he's going to bring it against me, so I'm just going to bring all my fire stuff. So I do not want this anywhere near me. The rest of the team can sweep me, just not the Blossom, please. Yeah, what about the rest of his squad?
I think it's good. I don't like Mega Altaria, just in general. I just don't think it's very good.
No, you've never been keen
personally.
on it. Like, they did nerf Pixelate a bit, which was a bit of a nerf for it. I think they lowered the amount it boosted it by.
Yeah, it was like from 1.5 to 1.2, I think it went to.
3, isn't it? Isn't it the same with Galvanize and Refrigerate? They're all 1.3.
I'm not sure, actually.
Or was
I thought
it was deliberately
1.2,
only
but-
Pixelate? They changed.
Pixelate is... I need to actually... What's another... Oh, Sylveon.
Sylveon has it, yeah.
It won't tell you what it is.
Anyway, so it's kind of like
1.2
too slow. It is 1.2. So yeah, it's slow and it needs a Dragon Dance. It needs to set out, but yeah. But the rest of the team, I really like.
So
Jirachi's brilliant. I had it in season 2. It can do many things. It's got great typing. Burnape's good value in tier 2 for sure.
Yep.
Like can be run both ways. Can set up both ways.
he has got, I think, the most flexible team out of everyone. So that Altaria can do whatever it wants. Jirachi can be physical or special. Infernape can be physical or special. And yeah, it's a nice flexible team.
We've seen him run a weakness policy Articuno before. Blossom can quiver dance. Omastar, which me and him
And Shell
did
Smash.
talk about. Yeah, because he was like, you need to raise the point, so I'm raising it now. So that I do not like. What the hell is that? Archeops. I do not like Archeops, and he was considering switching Omastar for it, I think. And I was just like, Omastar is so much better. Can Shell Smash, got an okay ability in weak armor. Like, it's good mon, and he made the right choice in picking it. All of his team can do things.
Omastar, it is, I believe, it's the rock type is one of the highest special attacking rock types.
And Aurorus, right?
Omastar is 115. Aurorus is 99.
Yeah. Wow.
The only things that's really higher than it is a Mega Diancie.
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh then.
So
Someone else going for Sam on this team. Most legs. Most
Most
legs out of all the teams.
I mean, he
I
has
think
an Araquanid.
Does Omastar count? I mean, if you look at that picture
yeah,
there.
I counted all of them. I also counted Blossom as it's got 4 legs there.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I would count that.
It's got grand total of, I think, 32 legs, if I remember
Are
correctly.
they actually legs, or has it got a skirt?
The art tells
Pictures.
you everything you need to know.
That is almost 3 legs per mon.
But
It's
Muck has
standing on
no
them.
legs.
Yeah. Oh, no legs.
He makes up for it in other ways.
Oh.
Look at that smiley mark.
Sorry, where you go with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
32. Yeah, just double checked. 32.
Yeah, I think that's...
Even if you don't count Blossom, he still has 28, which is still higher than anyone else.
He's a leggy man.
He's a
I think
leggy,
that's
leggy
very
boy.
similar to our highest leggy team from last season. I think it was about 32.
Ooh. I'd have to check back in my notes though. I've got them somewhere. I can give someone a ribbon for leggiest team of all time.
Leggiest team, yeah.
We'll have it as an unofficial trophy that we'll hand around.
Yeah. You got to give it back after you don't have the leggiest team anymore.
Yeah, someone will draft the full spider team, and then we'll be like, well, take it, you
Well,
deserve
saying
it.
that, Galvantula only has 4 legs, so it's only really Ariados. Actually, Ariados, I think, also has 4 legs. So it's only really this
It should
team,
have
which has
6.
6.
I swear Ariados has 6. Pretty sure.
We're through the
Ariados
looking glass now.
has
Another thing
4
to
legs
note-
and 2 pointy bits.
Another thing to note about Sam Warner's team, he is one of 2 people in the league that has all 3 cores and can set up spikes, toxic spikes, sticky webs, and stealth rocks, and has removal.
Oh
is.
my god,
He's one of
he's
two
made a
teams
team
that has that.
Yeah,
has synergy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, a good kit, I should say.
He's got decent bulk on his team
Best
as well.
props that.
He is lacking sort of recovery on his tanks. Something that I found with Domfan. Outside of rest, Muck doesn't get anything other than rest. Wobbaloo does get roost. I think, does Jirachi get recover? Have I imagined that?
I
don't know.
don't think it does.
Jirachi gets wish.
If it gets anything,
yes,
it'll
wish.
get
Yeah,
it'll
it
get
gets wish and healing wish.
Healing wish, yeah.
And then you have
yeah,
roost on Arno there on the Decidueye.
Okay. Oh, and Decidueye gets it as well as Articuno.
Oh, they both get roost. Yeah, they both get roost. Yeah, I think he does have good bulk there. Yeah, flexible team, got all the cores, all the hazards. The only thing I've got as a minus on his team is he's lacking upfront power. There's not a lot he can send out and just be like, bam, I'm gonna kill you now. Everything requires either a dragon dance, swords dance, or a nasty plot to really get going.
Yeah.
So I think he is going to be needing to set up before he can really start punching holes in teams. But yeah, other than that, this is a very strong team.
Oh boy, don't really want to fight it. But he is the arch rival of T-Cat and Crocs. So
I've always been a Sam Ulner supporter. So
yeah, I know.
This is just you guys.
Yeah.
He came on the show. He's not our rival. He just seeks our approval. He
does seek our approval. And
you know what?
Give it to
Well,
I'm about
to
when we
give
get
it
to
Oh, you'll find out. I'm about to give it to.
Unless anyone has anything else to say, we going ratings.
No, I'm at a loss for words for this team. So yeah, go for it.
All right. I'll start off.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Sam Ulner an A minus. I want to give him an A
minus.
Yeah. Anyways, I want to give him an A because I think his team's really good. But as Joe said, there's not anything that can just come out and just be like, yeah, kill you.
Yeah.
So I think this is a really good, much better than his last team.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Ain't no C's here. But
yeah, look at all these
A-
mixed attackers he got. How flexible his offense is. Well done, Sam. Well done.
You've improved.
I'm gonna give this team an A.
Ooh, an A.
An A. Yeah, I think this is a very solid team. It is up there with the top teams this draft.
Yeah. It is a very good team, isn't it? It's got a bunch of good mons on it.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I think I agree with. As much as I want to give it an A minus just for the minus meme, I'm gonna
or a
give
C
it
plus.
Yes. So.
What are you doing? You're going for an A.
I'm going for an A. That's my rating. On to
what
the
about
league.
the league?
Yeah.
Ooh, the league.
Have they memed him?
They all memed it in C+, didn't they?
Someone tried to. But, they were, in fact, alone in that. He's got an average of 6.92 and a B+.
Oh.
B+, so they weren't
we
quite
rate
as...
him higher.
It's not us trying to be apologetic. We do like your team, Sam. It's just not quite as much... we actually like it a bit more than...
Yeah, we like it more than the rest.
Only slightly.
Yeah.
B+ is not far away from an A at all. A minus even. Yeah. There's some good stuff. Now, should we get on to a much better team? It's the Toddington Torracats.
Not by my
that team.
We're halfway through, by the way.
We are halfway. Oh my
So if you want to get a drink, take your break.
Jesus, I was going to try and edit this tonight. We'll see. I feel like my camera's gone. I need to get down my camera. This is my lovely squad that I've assembled. Shall I run through it quickly?
Yeah, you go ahead. They're your boys.
Cool. Well,
I've got
your picture.
The Mega Manetric, the Skarmory, the Mimikyu, the Reuniclus, the the Feraligatr, the Incineroar, Haxorus, in tier 4, we've got my Pangoro back, tier 5, the Type Null, It's a Swablu, but it's actually Altaria, and a Leafeon. And that is my team.
First things first. You represent him. You represent him with this team.
Yeah.
You got the Leafeon. You got the Feraligatr.
We went full stealth mode in the draft, and we managed to get T-Cat, Krocs and Leafyboi, Feraligatr, Incineroar.
You get points for that.
Yeah. So.
S rank, moving on.
S rank, yep. Let's not talk about the team or anything about it. Okay, I'm just going to say first, when I drafted this team, I was actually very, very happy with it. I liked all the mons that I picked. I got my kind of god core that I wanted, a Mimikyu, Skarmory, and I had Turtonator. So so it was Dragonfire to be okay against fairy types. The steel type, it was a Skarmory, so it's bulky. It was not really going to have too much trouble. But it flies over the ground types. It's only really electric type that I'm worried about, which obviously the dragon type on the Turtonator would resist. And then Mimikyu, being the fairy type, it's also ghost type, so I don't need to worry about fighting type attacks from the Skarmory, even though it's flying, so it kind of resists them anyway. So yeah, they kind of just resisted each other very nicely, so I kind of hit for neutral, or I get hit back neutrally, which I kind of really liked. But then in testing, I tested out Turtonator, and it was just garbage.
I could have told
we told you,
Brenda,
Well, because it was meant to be like, oh yeah, if I'm up against a fairy type, it's fine. And then I was against a fairy type, and I was like, oh, this is not fine.
And a little point to add, everyone in the league has a fairy type.
Really?
Oh, really?
So,
absolutely everyone.
Yeah. Absolutely everyone has a fairy type.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, this sucks for me and my 2 dragon types. So change it. Oh, PK's gone.
PK's gone.
Back.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh.
You went back.
The lights went out.
Once you go back, you never come back. Sorry. So I was very happy when I drafted this team, and then looked into what I had and what I didn't have, and then it all kind of went a bit.
Right there, Joe.
No, if the lights came back on and your scarf in the background had moved and revealed Shadow the Hedgehog, I just appeared in the background, freaked a lot of people out.
What are those little nubs in the background under the muff text?
Chaos. Swiss roll.
Well, it may have already been told, but I could reveal it now. No, it's not a skeleton in my closet. It's an actual thing. The people want to see. I've got it in my closet.
I think we need to know now.
I think you have to reveal it.
Alright.
The big reveal.
But he's wearing trousers.
Oh, he's wearing, yeah. Hey!
It's Shadow.
It's Shadow the Hedgehog. Didn't make it into Smash, but you made it into PK's wardrobe.
Mate, he's an assist trophy.
You may not know this about me, but Shadow the Hedgehog is my favourite Sonic game post Mega Drive.
It's so bad.
I love that game. Shadow's so cool.
It's so edgy. You like all the edgelord characters.
Yeah.
Alright, JP's team.
My team. Go ahead, guys.
You
do your worst.
You have all of the cores. So that's something. Well done, you.
All of the cores, yay.
Yeah. Firewater Grass, Fairy, you know them all. You know them at this point.
Yeah.
We know them now.
Oh, yeah, you know. There are some issues, boy.
There's no, I don't know what you're talking
about.
Oh,
yes. We may have
your hazard settings is 1-1.
Skarmory is
it's like last season, I had Florges.
All of your setters and all of your removal, isn't it?
Apart from Altaria.
Oh, Altaria, okay.
Got myself another defogger, tier 5.
Yeah. So you're going to be relying on that Skarmory a lot. It's got to do everything. But then again, it is the one mon that does specialise in doing exactly that. So if you've, had to pick one, I'd pick a Skarmory. But
Skarmory is very important. Otherwise it was Bronzong. I didn't want Bronzong, so I got Skarmory.
Look how happy it is, though. Happy to do everything.
I'm on the team!
Another thing, you've got quite a physical heavy team. Only that Mega Manectric only Mega Manectric and Reuniclus are special. Everyone else on that team is physical. Right the way down. So that could be something to watch out for. Just to let you know.
If you throw an Avalugg my
technically
way,
Altaria.
I will focus blast that with my Pangoro if I have to.
That's gonna technically Altaria can be special, but it's
more
Altaria.
specially orientated. I originally had the Cresselia instead of the Reuniclus, but I was like, I mean, I need Cresselia as the wall, but I need more special attack, and I know that it's so toothless, so I was like, okay, Reuniclus kind of does the same thing as Cresselia, just a little bit less supporty and a bit more, I'm gonna kill that thing in front of me. And the Regenerator was nice as well, so it could take a hit and go back out. I was super happy with the Reuniclus pick. Also, the picture Ray did of it is spot on. Cute as Mon. Not sure about the Mimikyu one though. Not cute at all. The image of Mimikyu in my head is very different to the one that Ray came up
with the scream.
the scream, yeah.
But you asked it. Reuniclus can take a hit, but it's not necessarily a full wall. No. So outside of Skarmory, you have not got any walls either.
Yeah.
You've got Intimidate on that Incineroar that makes it sort of a pseudo wall.
Yeah.
And it can have good bulk, but yeah, other than Skarmory, you've got no wall. Another bit of an issue there, friend.
PK, anything to add to that?
No. Well,
well, you mean you see?
There's not a lot I can say about this team, to be honest.
Okay. I mean, I don't, because I know that it's got a few weaknesses. I don't want to go into too much about the strengths that it's got to go over it, just because otherwise I've got nothing.
Yeah, you've got power. You have a lot of setup. Mimikyu is always tricky to deal with. Like Haxorus, Mimikyu, Feraligatr, and Incineroar can all boost and start being horrible.
Quite a boosty team.
Yeah,
this one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that I originally was like, I'm going to draft some walls this time. I got myself Skarmory, then completely forgot while I was drafting Incineroar for Alligator and Leafeon.
I've got to get him. Meme points. Gotta get him.
It was like, Cresselia. And then I've ended up with a super offensive team plus Skarmory.
Yep.
Yep. That's me drafting.
And on that note, shall we move to our ratings?
Yeah, ratings. I will go ahead and I will rate this a B-.
Okay.
No, screw that. No, C+.
C+.
It's not as good as my team last season. I don't think.
I've not been anywhere near as harsh as that. I've just given it a B.
B.
Yes, a flat B.
B. Okay. Yeah. Probably worth noting when B and PK first talked about the teams, I gave myself an A, and then I did. But this is before I realised all of the crippling weaknesses.
That's the thing. When it's your own team, you examine it under a microscope so much, and you're like, oh god, if anybody realizes XYZ, then I've lost the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Oh, don't you worry. You're about to get a very mortal chill.
I've given you a B-.
B-.
Like, I was tempted to give you a B because I've been swept by that Feraligatr before, but yeah.
Oh, well, don't get me wrong. Like,
team.
Take this team lightly, and it will sweep you. Like, I've got sweepers coming out of my ass.
Sorry.
Well, then why is your room so dirty?
Yeah, I've just drafted a team full of sweepers.
Yeah. Oh, and a Leafeon.
And a Leafeon, yeah.
And a Z-Dig.
Z-Dig. I'm sure it'll make it to a game. So for the league rating, I'll just go ahead and read out what everyone voted. So I got 1 S rank. Thank you, whoever you are.
Was that from you?
No, I didn't vote. I didn't vote anything.
Oh yeah, you didn't vote at all. Yeah.
I didn't vote.
Yeah.
Did you guys?
Yeah.
No, we chose not to vote.
Okay, good. Yeah, so I got 1 S rank.
We were told fervently.
3 A ranks. Thank you, the league. I appreciate you. I got 6 B ranks and 3 C ranks.
Okay.
So I think, I got one of the highest amount of C ranks in the thing, which gave me an average of 6.46, which is a B.
Yep.
I got myself a B. Yep. So pretty nice.
I concur.
The score throughout the scoring was actually much lower for a lot longer, but then the second half of it, everyone started being really nice to me. So I managed to even. I actually got the same score as the Penistone Palpitoads.